Hello, everyone. Hi, it is Dr. H here. Dr. H, the CryptoPractor, with my assistant, Satoshi. Today, we're going to provide more practical edutainment for the crypto beginner. Okay, so today, basically how this has come about, a very good friend of mine, who is a no-coiner, I got into the recent launch of the new network, which is called Pulsechain. And I've got some coins for him, want to send him the coins, but he doesn't know anything about a wallet. So I am putting together this quick video or this quick stream. And I'm actually, one of my next videos for beginners is about what is a crypto wallet. So this is very timely indeed. So I've got some points here I want to cover. It's the basics. Now, the channel, the CryptoPractor, is about providing hands-on practical edutainment for the crypto beginner. And with no further ado, we're gonna dive straight in. So what is a crypto wallet? It is a device. It's either a physical medium or software that stores public keys and sometimes private keys in an encryption, and it can also sign and encrypt information. Okay, so that is the generic definition. Now, what do you want to know what do you want to know about a crypto wallet? Well, to start with, you want to know which one is a good one, okay? Which one is appropriate for you? How do you get it? You want to know, is it secure? You want to know about the different types of wallets so that you can pick one that's good for you. Okay, and at the end, stick around right until the end, I'm going to talk about the 4 things you should never do with your crypto wallet. So first of all, so we talked about what is a crypto wallet. Now, some people, and including me, when I first got into crypto a couple of years ago, I thought that a crypto wallet actually held your coins. Well, it doesn't. It's a software device or a hardware device with software inside it that knows how to find where your coins are located on the blockchain. And you can set it up so that it can actually locate your coins on different networks. Now, a network is if you think of it like a country, the country which is controlled by the blockchain. Okay, so one individual blockchain, for example, Bitcoin is a blockchain as well as a coin. It is also a blockchain. So Bitcoin is its own country, as it were. So your wallet needs to be set up to look into that country to work out where your assets are. If you think of the coins as being businesses within the country, then your crypto wallet can look into the country and securely find out where those coins are. So really it holds your keys, and it can work out where in the blockchain and on what network, I'll talk about in a little bit later, the coins, your value is stored. Okay, now how do you get them? So I'm going to jump straight in here, and I'm just going to show you where you need to go. Now, there are various, depending on which network you are, there are preferred wallets for various networks. So obviously do some research into the network that you're in, which one you prefer. So for example, I've worked between Ethereum and I've now started working on Pulsechain. Now it's opened up. Pulsechain is a brand new network, which a lot of people are very excited about. Okay, so the MetaMask is the software wallet of choice for many people. And this, okay. Right, and I'll just bring it up in a second. Right. Here we go. We're going to go to the home page. Now, you URL is just outside of the screen, you can see, but it's actually MetaMask, METAMASK.io. So just exactly as it says at the top, but it's .io. That is this, the front end for the website. So what you're going to do, you're going to click on download. Obviously, I've already got it downloaded. You're going to pick which device you're working on, whether it's Chrome, mobile, or Android. And then, for example, I'm on Chrome at the moment. We can click on that, and that's going to download it. In my case, I've already got it, so I'm not going to download it in this case. But also, you can click and get the extension. There's a little video there that tells you what to do. Now, one of the most important things is once you have downloaded it, in this case it's telling me to remove from Chrome because I already have it. So if you click on it to download it, there's going to be a page that you go to where you're going to pick you're going to select a password, and there'll be a username. And then on the following page, it gives you what is called the seed phrase. This is the seed recovery phrase. I'm not going to do it here because, as I say, I've already got this installed. Super easy enough to do. Now, there is super important is that you don't do this on a public computer. You don't want anyone to see your seed phrase. Also, there are concerns that if you've used your computer all over the internet, it could have some sort of hacking spyware on there or some sort of spyware. So, so you don't want to. Ideally, you're on a computer that you don't use very often, which is solely for your crypto. That is what I now do. So the streaming and stuff that we're doing now is just on the on my office computer. And although I did start with a wallet on the office computer, I soon realized that it wasn't going to be the best thing to use. Okay, so that's the home page. You download your MetaMask wallet. The security phrase, it tells you very, very clearly not to share the phrase with anybody. Okay. The other thing, which actually I'm going to talk about, the 4 things you should never do at the end. So there's some things that I'm going to cover then. So you've downloaded your MetaMask. Now, what does it look like? I'm going to show you the expanded version. This is the expanded version where you can actually you can actually shrink it here. So, actually, we've gone to Ethernet Explorer. So that's the blockchain. That is actually the Ethernet Explorer because and let's talk about it here. So this is my MetaMask wallet. Okay, this is my training wallet. It's the Cryptopractor's Big Bags training wallet. At the top there, underneath the name, which you can change, you just go into settings and change it. And you go into accounts and just where there's a pencil, you hit that and you can change that. There's plenty of information of that online. And so you're going to change the account to be your own name. Now, one thing of note, this is the second account of that I've got on under this particular seed phrase. So the 12-word seed phrase goes for one wallet, but within that wallet, you can have multiple wallets. Now, if that seed phrase gets compromised, or if you think that seed phrase is compromised, then all of those wallets within that seed phrase are also compromised, okay? So don't think if you're splitting up more or you're making more and more wallets, it's going to be more appropriate for you if you're trying to improve your security, because there is a strategy where you're going to have more than one wallet, because especially if you're like accepting a lot of airdrops or you're connecting to a lot of things, you want to do that on a wallet that doesn't hold your main bags. You want to have, I call mine a learning wallet. Some people call it a degen wallet, but it's one that you're going to use to connect without any fear that if it does get compromised, if you lose what's inside, it's not going to be the end of the world. So obviously, anything you move into there, you move it into your main kind of safe house, as it were. Okay, so this is one of the 2 wallets that I have under one account. Okay, this phrase at the top, this number, alphanumeric number, that is the public key. Okay, so I can cut and paste that public key. So if someone wants to send me coins that I trust, I'm going to cut and paste that, send that to them. So for my friend Neil, he needs to cut and paste me this, and then I can send him the coins that I'm holding for him. Okay, and that is done under the send function here. So at the top, the chain that I'm on, I can see from the little sign there is Ethereum. This is part of the Ethereum mainnet here. If I want to change the network I'm on, I remember a network is like a country. If I want to change the network I'm on, I'm going to click there. And we have different networks here. Some of them are test networks. That's for two reasons. You've got a test network so that the developers can obviously test new software within their network. And it's good for me as a user because I can go in without spending any of my coins at all. I can get test coins and I can use the network. So if you want to practice moving money around or trading, you can do that on a test network. And I'll do another video of that at another date. Okay, so this is Ethereum. This is where I am now. Okay, it shows me here. So within the country or the network of Ethereum, I can spend this money. If I want to spend my money in another country, then I've either got to bridge it over. And by country, I mean network. If I want to spend my money in another network, I've got to bridge it over. This here is a brand new network. It's only, well, it opened on Wednesday, so actually 6 days old, called Pulsechain. It's been in the pipework for a wee while, and there are lots of followers there. And Pulse, like ETH, you may have heard of ETH as being the coin of Ethereum. That is the cryptocurrency for Ethereum. And we've got Pulsechain, which is the cryptocurrency for Pulsechain. And there's a lot of exciting things happening there right at the moment. Okay, including a bridge, which is very busy. So no one is going anywhere currently. Because of a number of reasons, but outside the scope of this video today. Okay, right, so let me just see. Let's see who is in the chat. Have we got anyone in the chat there? Right, if you go in the chat there, guys, just leave a comment. Okay, if you have had issues with your wallet in the past, if you found wallets that have been really good for you, if you have hints and tips of how to more safely use wallets, things that mistakes you've made, please leave them in the comments. I'll circle back around later and check them out. Okay, now let's see how we're doing here. Let's see if... Right, so we got that. Okay, guys, just bear with me a second. This is my first stream ever, so I'm hoping that this is actually showing. Okay. Oh, it's showing the screen. So I was showing you on completely the wrong screen there. So we've got to find out how to move this. Oh, okay, right, okay. Banners. Okay. So I was actually showing you. I'm going to show you this anyway. So I was just talking quite a lot there. Okay. So sorry there, guys. Once you've downloaded your MetaMask and you go inside, this is what it looks like. This will actually just say account 1 up here, but in this case is my Chiropractor Big Bags account. So sorry, I talked through that. You could not see it. Apologies. So this is the Cryptopractor Big Bags here. I can see from this little symbol, I'm on the Ethereum network. What does that mean? Up here in the top right, we've got the list of the networks currently set to Ethereum. And then here are the other networks. This one, Pulsechain, I've got live. This is the Pulsechain testnet. As I was saying, you can go there and you can practice without putting any of your money at risk, but it has a lot of the functionality of the full Pulsechain network. Okay. And we've got the functions buy, send, swap, and bridge. So once Neil sends me this key here, which is the public key, then I can send him his coins. Okay. Obviously, it is a public key, so it's used to give to people. It allows them to put deposit into your account. They can't withdraw anything from your account. But although it is a public key, I would use it as little as possible. Try not to associate it with your name or your address, because people can do chain analysis, i.e. they can go onto the blockchain, which is completely visible to everyone. They can go to that address and see the movements of your coins and track them and try and work out your wallets. And a lot of sad individuals have that as a bit of a pastime. Obviously, there's some strategy involved later on, but at this stage, you should apart from doing it for an exercise and for learning, never, ever, ever, one of the Cryptopractor 10 commandments, which are coming out soon. I'll pop that up here. Never, ever, ever like dox anyone, which means reveal their identity or embarrass them online and stuff like that. It's a disgusting behavior that some people do get into. But anyway, so there we go. So just protect your public key, and never, ever, ever give out your never, ever, ever give out your private key. Okay, so that is all. So there's two elements to it. There's a private key, which actually looks a little bit like this number here. Okay, so it's a long, I think it's, oh gosh, no, this must be 32 digits or so. It's a long 32-digit alphanumeric code. You have a private key that looks very similar. Okay, so that you never, ever, ever give out. And as well as that, you have private seed phrases. Those seed phrases allow you to recover your wallet anywhere in the world. Okay, so one of the beauties of cryptocurrency, especially here, some of my patients recently have come from the Ukraine, where they had to leave everything behind and jump in a car and disappear. Well, if they had crypto, they could have jumped in the car, disappeared. If they had their seed, if they could get their seed phrase, if they could get hold of their seed phrase or carry their seed phrase with them and reestablish, and at least they've transferred their value. They've managed to bring their value out of that situation. So there is a catastrophe avoidance or prevention aspect to crypto. Obviously, if there's a sonic flare and the whole world goes down, then it doesn't matter whether you've got crypto or not. But that's not the point. The point is we're going to look after ourselves as best we can. And then I've got a list of assets that I've got in here. A little bit of Ethereum, which you need to transact on the Ethereum network. Hex, which is my main altcoin. I'll do another video showing you how to stake and such like. And when I've done that, I'll just throw the link up there. If you're interested in earning between 9 and 30% yield, which is fantastic. USDC, actually, I've got none there really, because I got rid of it all when it lost its peg, and a little bit of a meme coin there. Okay, right, guys. So that's what it looks like. This is under assets, NFTs. I don't have any activity. So this is just looking at what goes on. I did a claim. I did a airdrop claim, and I received some coins from somebody that was just transferring ETH initially, so I could do this work with you. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the inside. You have some settings here. View account in Explorer. If I click on that, I guess we're going to lose the thing. So if I click on that, I'm going to show you Explorer very briefly. And right, okay, boop. Right, okay, so we got that. Okay, and I'm just gonna, I'm sure there's a way to switch between tabs, but I haven't worked it out yet. So I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to jump across. So if I'd click that, I want to show you where I would have ended up. If I click that, go to Explorer. Now, this is really important because the front end is the wallet, but you want to really see what it's pointing to and where it is making transactions. So the back end is the Etherscan. And in fact, yeah, so I haven't done any transactions on Pulsechain. I'd like to show you Pulsechain as well. So this is the other thing that we can do with, okay. So yeah, what we're going to do now is we are going to have a look at where we would have gone. Now, this is Etherscan, okay? So this is the blockchain. So when we're talking about blockchains, this is where we are going. And this is looking at... Oh, so I've completely doxed myself there. Right, and this is looking at... yeah, that was not very clever. So this is looking at my Cryptopractor big bags there. So yeah, okay. Okay. So this is the Ethereum Blockchain Explorer. So this is where the wallet is going, where it's pointing to. And there's different things you can look at. For example, you can look at the transaction hash. That means if you click on that, it's going to show you the actual transaction you've just made, if you send something or if you buy or sell something. You can also look for tokens. So here, for example, the top, you can see you click on tokens if you're looking for an address for a particular token. So the wallets don't always show all the tokens, especially if you have a more exotic token. So you have to go to the scan for the particular network. In this case, it's Etherscan. We've also got Pulsechain that I use pretty regularly. And you go to that location, you search for the token, and you have to be careful because a lot of tokens are named the same, especially there can be scam tokens that are named very similarly. So usually you would go to like either GitLab, which is where the code is all put down. So if you're looking for a network, you want to make sure you get the network. You don't ask on a chat, okay? You get someone that you trust on Twitter, maybe the founder of the network. They post the details, or they post the website where that network is hosted. So for example, recently I've been going to pulsechain.com where I've got the details. In fact, I'm going to show you them very shortly. And you can use that to set up new coins, but also new networks. If you have a network that is unusual or it's just launching, you've got in at the bottom, then you can get the details, what's called the RPC, which are a number of digits and URLs that go on in to the wallet and help the wallet point to the new network, okay, and find information within that new network. But this is the information it's looking for. So I'm just going to... Right, I'm just going to have a look at the airdrop that I got, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so we're going to view it on the Block Explorer. Okay. I'm just copying, right, so I'm coming back here. I've just copied the transaction hash. I put that in there, and then this tells me what's gone on there. So this is what's happening under the bonnet. Obviously, I don't see this in my wallet. I probably don't even need to. It's got the transaction hash, tells me when it happened. So this was on November the 2nd. Went from this wallet here, interacted with this wallet here, and tokens were transferred, like 1.5 million tokens. So that tells me what went on. That's how I can read it, and I can click and drill down for more and more information. So the Block Explorer really holds an incredible amount of information. You don't need to know it as a beginner, but just knowing where it comes from is useful, and what you're doing, that can be super useful as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you now, going back to MetaMask. If I want, in fact, I'm going to show you another wallet that you can use over and above MetaMask. Okay, here we go. Hey guys out in the chat there, if you want to fire some questions up, I have either put them in the comments now, or if you're circling back to see the replay, then just pop them in the comments down below. So hit the like, hit the subscribe. This channel is a channel providing hands-on practical edutainment and beginners crypto strategies for the beginner, the blossoming neophyte, and the next generation OG. So if that sort of thing is of interest to you, then do go down below, spank the like, boop the subscribe, and ding the notification bell to all. And when I do a stream outside of the normal hours, which like today, this is 7 p.m., usually I stream 1 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, and that is about 6 p.m. in the UK, which is where I'm from originally. But yeah, so then you'll get the information dropped through to you. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we're looking at that. Now, if I wanted to switch to another network, so I would... okay, so on MetaMask... on MetaMask, here at the top where it says, where you've got the window, we're going to come down. In this case, like Pulsechain is already here. This is one that I've set up recently. But if I had a brand new network that I wanted to go to on my wallet, I would click here. And here there's a list of the most popular ones. So I just type it in there. But if I want to add a network manually, I just click down at the bottom. Okay, so this is pretty in-depth now. This is really for the blossoming neophyte and the next generation OG. This is at that kind of level. If you're a beginner, don't worry about this so much. Just concentrate on the network that you're on. Okay, this is just swapping in between. But sometimes if you get a wallet and you're super frustrated because you can't see your coins, this is the reason. You're on the wrong network. Okay, so we're looking at Ethereum network here. But I want to say, for example, Pulse network wasn't on here. What I do is real simple. I've obviously been watching the Twitter. I've been following the founder, so I know it's a real, genuine product. I've been doing my research, so I'm happy that this isn't the product isn't a scam. So I'm going to go and check it out, and I'm going to put my wallet on it and have a look around and see what's going on. So what I need to do is I'm going to go initially to what I know is a safe site. Now this is pulsechain.com. I've been following this for a while. As test nets have come out, test networks have come out, they've all been added here. So here it says the Pulsechain main net has launched, and this is from 6 days ago. It's a useful site because look, the brand new Explorer is there. So if I click that, boop, we're going to get that. Okay, it opens up in another thing. Okay, so it's opened up in a... So if I click there, it's going to bring me to the Pulsechain Explorer. And we're going to check that out in a bit. So the other thing is we've got the bridge that is just open. So in other words, there was a country that was created and it was live. The network was live, but nothing could get in or out of the country because there was no bridge. So obviously that's not going to last very long as an investment option. So the bridge has been set up, but now the bridge has been mobbed. There have been some nefarious players apparently clogging up the bridge. So that's what's happening there. You can become a validator on Pulsex. This is the decentralized exchange. We'll talk about those on another video, but basically it's like the bank or the exchange bank, the currency exchange for the country of Pulsechain. And this is the one that is like the national one. Okay, so real simple. They made it super simple here. Add Pulsechain to MetaMask. So if I've got a MetaMask, I just click this fox here, and it's going to put all my details, or all of the Pulsechain details, on the MetaMask wallet. So I don't even have to fill the details in. But if I want to do it manually, which I can, I just open up that box, which I showed you, to add the network manually, and I put in these details. I put them in very carefully. I want to make sure I've got the exact details. I want to be 100% certain that this is not a scam site, and I'm going to start putting transferring my coins to a scam network. Okay, so very, very important. Right, okay, so that is Pulsechain. And then the last thing I was going to show you, which yeah, so I'm going to show you the Pulsechain Explorer. Okay. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we're going to stop the screen. Okay, so this is the Pulsechain Explorer. Okay, actually, there we go. So it's just showing the blocks being laid down, most recent blocks there, and you can link into that. And here's GitLab. So when you want to look at where the code is, where it's been laid down, here's the Pulsechain Twitter. So these are all things that add to the credibility of the site. We can see there's got a Telegram group. There's the developers Telegram. So you want to see the developers communicating. So if you think you've invested something and you're not certain, if you have those things, it gives you a lot more confidence and credibility. This is where the network actually started. Actually started on the 10th there. And then this is when everyone was allowed in. And then we're up here now on the 16th. Okay. So anyway, this is just showing the back end. This is where your wallet is looking when it's switched to the Pulsechain network. It's looking inside this block explorer. Okay. Right. Now let's talk about the 4 things that you should never ever do in regards to the crypto wallet. Okay. The first thing, and is a common mistake we see really regularly, do not go or be in a chat, like a Telegram chat or a Twitter chat. And if you mention the whole word MetaMask, there are hundreds of bots that have been programmed to pop up and give you advice and direct you to a URL or a website which is not MetaMask. It has nothing to do with MetaMask. It's 100% scam. So if you go on a chat and say, I'm having trouble with my MetaMask, what should I do? You're going to be inundated by that. So you either use or you break up the word with dots. Okay, but the other thing is you should never really be asking our chats anyway, because you don't know who's there, who's giving you the information. So really simple. Inside the MetaMask wallet, at the bottom, it says support within the MetaMask wallet. You could click on that and you can chat to a real person. So if you have a problem, I've used it a lot lately. I've had my MetaMask hang up because I was trying because gas prices have been crazy and my gas settings weren't sufficient for the gas prices. Okay. So the point is, number 1, never ask for MetaMask support in a chat, or never ask for help with MetaMask in a chat. There is a MetaMask support, but you're not going to find it there. The only place you'll find them is within the wallet when you're logged in. Okay, private keys and private seed phrase. Never, ever, 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 ever give it to anyone except me. No, not even me. Don't give it to anyone. Okay, so not to friends, not to loved ones. I'm going to talk later about other pitfalls that people can have with that. But never ever give your private keys or seed phrase to anyone. There is no need. Okay, that is for you to look after, your responsibility. The other thing very closely linked to that is do not store your seed words in document online. So like Google Docs, where it's shared, it's up in the cloud. Never do that. Okay, it shouldn't be on your computer. If your computer is accessible via the internet or accessible to the internet, then someone can get access to your seed phrases. Okay, now the third one is, that was the third. So that's the third one. Never store your seed words online. And number 4, make sure you are on the right network. So you could have a whole world of pain if you're on the wrong network. Make sure you're going to the right network. You clicked it down. You're like, so if you want to be on Pulsechain, you've got the MetaMask set to plot Pulsechain. And then the bonus, I'm going to give you a bonus 5th thing to never do with your wallet. And that is don't follow links or chats, okay, or in chats. So don't follow links on chat or unknown links, okay? So just as I mentioned before. So down below, I'm going to give you some links. Well, metamask.io is pretty simple. There's an Aurochs link. I'm going to give you both of those links down below in the description. Okay, so as soon as I finish this stream, I'm going to put them in down there. I do like to give you as much value as I can. And when I finish, I'll get down there live and put that in there. Security. This was one point that I was going to cover. And in fact, this is one point that I am going to cover. So what is safest, a hot wallet or a cold wallet? And in fact, what is a hot wallet and a cold wallet? Okay. So the other term for it is hard and soft. Okay. So a hot wallet is actually a soft wallet. What that means is it's a software wallet. It's not a hardware wallet. So a hot wallet is called hot because it's online. So effectively, if someone can crack into MetaMask, can hack it, which to my knowledge, and I've done a few searches, it's never been hacked. If someone can hack MetaMask, then they can effectively get access to your funds. Okay. So which is the safest? Now, it's very much down to you. Okay. And I'm not just saying that as a throwaway line. Me, for example, I'm crap at keeping charge of things. Okay. So if I had a hard wallet, I would have trouble. I think I would lose it. But not only that, in this kind of disaster recovery scenario, if my whole house blows up, I don't want my hard wallet to be there. My hard, my hard wallet, my hardware wallet, my treasure, or my treasure wallet. Okay, so for me, I'd rather have a soft wallet, even though it is hot. And theoretically, it's not as secure. In fact, what I do with my computer, it's disconnected from the internet. And I got this tip from one of my mentors, from Randy. So what he said was just get an old computer that you never use on the internet. You just use it for your crypto transactions. Then you get off, you unplug it. So effectively, it's like a hardware wallet. Now, talking about hot wallets that are online, there are two different types. You've got a centralized exchange wallet. So Coinbase will give you a wallet, but it's attached to the centralized exchange. I know very little about Coinbase. I don't use it. I think they might also have a decentralized wallet, but nonetheless, most centralized exchanges, I did use Swissborg for a while. So for example, they've got one. NDAX I have to use to onboard and offboard here in Canada. They've got a wallet, but I never, ever leave my money there. Okay. The reason being is it's a custodian wallet, a custodial wallet. What that means is centralized exchanges have middlemen. They have offices with people that run the code. They pull the strings in the organization, but also they pull the strings within the software. Okay. Government has complete control. Well, not complete control, but government has an element of control there. If they want to switch you off, so for example, Coinbase do it all the time. They're renowned for doing it. If there's a run on crypto, so everyone's selling because it seems like a good idea, they have been known often to, I understand, because as I say, I don't know a huge amount about it, they have been known to suddenly not be able to transact. People have been known not to transact, which obviously is not what we want, and is actually completely against the first principle of crypto, which is being in charge of your own money. Okay, so you've got centralized exchanges, which are the middlemen, and decentralized exchanges, which are completely free of middlemen. Okay, so I use decentralized entities. That's why I use MetaMask. There's another one that I'm going to show you, which is called Aurochs, which I've just started using. I do like it. It seems to be a little less clunky than MetaMask, and it's got some really neat security features. Let's see if I can show you that. Okay. Be there in just a secondo. Okay, so here it is here. So this is Aurochs wallet. I like this one. It's very clear. It seems to, when I actually set it up, it seemed to have all my coins in it without me having to do much. So I enjoyed that. So the thing is, it's not on Apple yet, but you can use it. I use it on my MacBook Pro using the Google Chrome browser. So just click there, download it. Same sort of deal. You're going to have to put kind of a name in, and you're going to have to put, you're going to have to put your name in, and you get the seed phrase. So make sure you write down the seed phrase. You're going to have a way of storing it. Offline is best. So in other words, you write it on paper, just like we used to do in the 20th century. So you write it on paper, you put it in a strong box or a fire box, or some people put them in books around the house so no one knows where it is. But you want to not ever lose that, okay? Especially if it's got a ton of money in. Yeah, you can also engrave it on metal discs, washers, and put those washers on a bolt in kind of order. So that is one way of fireproofing it. So obviously if there's a fire in the house, you don't lose your phrases. There are also some devices that look pretty nifty that you're available to buy on Amazon and such like. Okay, so that's the Aurochs wallet. I'll put a link for that down in the description. And one cool thing it does, it has a simulator mode, so that if you're about to make a transaction and you're not 100% certain, if you put it into simulator mode, in fact, you can see it here. It's this area here. It's this simulation here. It tells you whether the place is safe or not. So it simulates the transactions and tells you whether it's safe or not to carry on, or there's been nothing reported. Okay, so that's pretty nifty. And the other cool thing is it has like charts and things within the app. Right, guys, so there we go. So that is a big walk around. What is a crypto wallet? We've talked about security. We talked about what the wallet actually does. We talked about how you get hold of them. Okay, we've also covered different types of devices. Okay, exactly what it is. We talked about the 4 things that you should never know. I've given you a bonus 5th thing. Never follow a link you don't know. So I'm going to put the Aurochs and the MetaMask link down below for you. And today we're streaming 7. Usually I'm going to stream 1 p.m. on a Tuesday on Eastern Standard Time. As well as myself, I'm going to be blessed to have some of my mentors here. As you guys may or may not know, I work with many mentors, plankton mentors like me. We have Dolphin, Whale, and my crypto god mentor. So we're going to have some of those guys in to give us their stories, tell us where they came from, how they got into crypto, problems they've had, lessons they've learned, so we can all learn together, because I want you guys having the best experience you can. I want you going on the best edutainment journey through the crypto space you can, so that you and your family, with the wealth and the value that you accrue, can do what you love for longer. Okay, and that for me is what it's all about. So with no further ado, thank you for your time. If you've enjoyed the stream, hit the like, hit the subscribe, so you can catch my next stream when I do it ad hoc. And yeah, ding the notification bell to all, and then you'll get all that information. And then in the middle of the stream, when I'm streaming in the future, if you could share it on Twitter or your particular social media of choice, that would be fantastic. Okay. With no further ado, I will let you get away and enjoy the rest of your night, the rest of your morning, the rest of your afternoon. Okay? Dr. H, out.